Hello, my name is Ryan, and I'm going to be talking about stuff and playing my guitar. Because I'm waiting for my laundry to be done so I get ready for work. And I just got done watching some Marc Maron just making the rounds, and yeah, I love Marc Maron. I remember, I've been a huge Marc Maron fan for a long time. I remember listening to WTF daily. And it's funny to see him finally come out against all this, the Joe Rogan sphere of comedians and what it's really done to comedy. I appreciate that, because really, when it comes down to it, the only reason I even gave Joe Rogan Experience a shot was his interview on WTF. Because for the longest time, I had the same thought as Marc Maron. He's just a meathead comedian. Not that funny. He's kind of like the jock dude that smokes too much weed. And I mean, he really is that guy. But in that interview, it was a very compelling interview where you go ooh. I wanted to go watch Joe Rogan after that. And I was happy that I did for a little while. And COVID happened, I think every reasonable Joe Rogan fan can sit there and reflect on the decline of his content. Or at least, yeah. Yeah. But man, Marc Maron, I was watching the one on Howie Mandel, and he's talking about crowd work. And I could see both their points. Because it's sad that there's not that many comedians really working on bits that much anymore. And there's way too much crowd work slop coming out. But I also realize I'm somebody who likes to talk to people. I like to just interact and throughout my day-to-day. And it doesn't seem like there's that many people doing it anymore. So it makes sense that crowd work is hitting the button. People want that interaction, but professionalism in the workplace is really taken over. And people are afraid. They don't want and it makes sense. I know I've gotten in trouble a few times. Happens. That's where honesty and coming from a place of genuine oh, sorry, I didn't mean to do anything. That wasn't my intentions. My intentions are I try to keep it in the sphere of positive. And the only time it's really negative is when I'm processing stuff, and it's just I probably should have kept them in my head. But, that's not how my brain works. But then, getting back to when I was watching with Marc Maron and Howie Mandel, it's fun to see them they're really on opposite ends of the spectrum, but kind of approaching a middle ground perspective. But yeah, it's for me, comedians, the best comedians are people who have about 75% of their original material that somehow interweave just a little bit of crowd work, because there's something about bringing the audience in. And whenever there's like a distance maintained, it doesn't hit as hard. But then again, seeing comedians where it's just like 80% crowd work, you're like, well, yeah, they don't. I'd like to see all the outtakes. Like, how many times does that just yield to a kind of a mediocre night, you know? And my laundry's done, so I'm gonna go get ready. And yeah, looking forward to seeing some more Marc Maron stuff. And missing WTF. Specifically missing my Pow I Just Shit My Pants mug. I used to have one of those from back in the day. It was always too small, so I never used it. So, you know, if they're still around, make a proper size mug with that logo on it. I miss that shit. Anyhow, I hope you have a good day. I know I'm going to.